Hello YouTube and welcome to Story Time with Dan King. I should really be doing an essay right now, but I have a total mind block. So I am instead going to be reading the Wikipedia plot line for the first sequence of Human Centipede. Lindsay and Jenny, two American tourists in Germany, are drugged and involuntarily detained by the crazed surgeon Joseph Heiter when they seek his help at his house after they get a flat tire. The women awake in a makeshift medical ward. They witness Heiter kill a kidnapped truck driver after Heiter informs him that he is not a match. Heiter secures a new male captive, Japanese tourist Katsuro. The doctor explains that he is a world-renowned expert at separating Siamese twins. I'm sure you're supposed to call them conjoined twins. I'm pretty sure they find Siamese twins offensive. But anyway, he dreams of making new creatures by sewing people together. He describes in detail how he will surgically connect his three victims mouth to anus so that they share a single digestive system. After Lindsay tries to escape and fails, Heiter explains to her that he had previously experimented with creating what he called a three-dog, also joined mouth to anus. However, the three-dog died shortly after surgery. Heiter tells Lindsay that one dog tried to escape, and that dog became the middle, thus caused the most pain to that dog as punishment for her escape attempt. She will become the middle part of his centipede. Yes, because Lindsay tried to escape, so now Lindsay is going to be in the middle, just in case you didn't quite get that. Anyway, he shouldn't be calling it the people who wrote this shouldn't be calling it a dog if it's a female. They should be calling it a bitch. Anyway, Heiter performs the surgery, placing Katsuro at the front, Lindsay in the middle, and Jenny at the rear. During this procedure, he severs the ligaments in all of his victims' knees, so they can't stand up. That's not very nice. I don't think I'd like my ligaments to be severed. I like walking, even if my legs ache most of the time for some reason. So, they could not stand, and they are forced to crawl. And then he connects them together in a line, surgically attaching their mouths to the anus of the person in front. Once the operation is complete, Heiter attempts to train his centipede as a pet, often belittling Katsuro with racist insults because he doesn't like Japanese people. Remember, children, it doesn't pay to be racist. It's just not going to win you any friends amongst foreign people, and it's not nice. Anyway, that came out wrong, and beating him with a crop when he became rebellious. When Katsuro defecates, Lindsay is forced to swallow his excrement. That can't have been very pleasant. Where was I? Oh yes, whilst the doctor watches in delight. However, he eventually becomes irritated after being kept awake by Katsuro's constant screaming, because Katsuro is the only one whose mouth is free and is able to speak. He also feels unhappy because Jenny is dying of septicemia, otherwise known as blood poisoning. I'm surprised that's the only thing that's poisoning. I'm surprised that's the only reason she's dying. Anyway, when two detectives, Kranz and Voller, visit the house to investigate the disappearance of the tourists, Heiter comes to terms with an idea to add them as replacements for Jenny in a new creation, a 4-person centipede. He offers the two detectives drinks. They prefer coffee, but Heiter claims he only has water, in which Heiter poisons them with a sedative in hopes to knock them unconscious. After being given the water, the two detectives start becoming very suspicious when they notice Heiter's very aggressive personality and the fact that he wouldn't let them escape. No, sorry, he wouldn't let them explore his house upon request, so I'll move forward a paragraph there. The detectives then seek out a search warrant in order to gain the rights to his home. While the detectives leave Heiter's home, his victims attempt to escape. Katsuro attacks Heiter in the process. Their attempt to escape ultimately fails. Katsuro confesses to the doctor that he deserves his fate because he treated his own family poorly during the years in his life. Then he commits suicide by slitting his throat with a glass shard. So, children, be nice to your family, or you may regret it. Upon returning to Heiter's home, the detectives forcefully conduct separate searches as an injured Heiter hides near his swimming pool. Kranz finds the ward along with Heiter's victims. Voller begins to feel ill from the earlier drugging and is later stabbed by Heiter using the scalpel pulled from his leg during Katsuro's attack. Kranz discovers Voller dead and is shot by Heiter, who now has Voller's sidearm. Kranz responds by shooting Heiter in the head before dying himself. Back in the house, Jenny and Lindsay hold hands as Jenny dies from her infection. Lindsay sobs as she is left alone in the house, trapped between her two deceased fellow captives. Her face is left unknown as the film ends with the sounds of her sobbing while the camera pans to the roof of Heiter's home. And the moral of this story, children, don't trust German doctors. No, do trust German doctors. If they work in a hospital, if they're properly qualified. No, that's not the moral of the story. This story has no moral. It's just messed up. Thank you, children.